Hi, hello, welcome back. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Rebecca. I am an artist, and here on this channel is where I express myself creatively through makeup. Today I am doing a first try of ColourPop's Lunar New Year collection. It is the Lunar Has It collection. For this look, I'm going to be using one of the palettes, one of the lippies, and the highlighter. If you want to see what I think, stay tuned, watch the tutorial, and watch my impressions at the end of the video. Believe it or not, I am not wearing any makeup. I have washed my face so many times. My eyelids are stained. I've never had that happen before. I have a fairly dark purple shadow that I have put in my crease for a look that I did last night, and it's stained. I don't know if this has happened to any of you all. This is nothing against the brand because I absolutely love every single shadow I have ever tried from this brand, but it was from the Zulu by Juvia's Place. And I don't know if that's a thing that happens. I don't know. Has it happened to you? Let me know. Tell me in the comments. I want to know your experience with eyeshadow staining. Anyway, now that you know why my eyelids are pink, let's get started. I really wanted to wait until next month to do this because I have a whole Lunar New Year makeup plan that I have in my mind. I want to do a few different looks with a few different palettes that I've received, and I just can't wait, honestly. I want to just do kind of a first impression try on with one of the two shadows that came in ColourPop's, what is this? What is it? Lunar Has It collection. The Lunar Has It collection has two eyeshadow palettes, a body spray, a highlighter, and lippies. Let me grab the lippies. The entire collection is really cute. I'm not really big on gimmicky collaborations. This is not that to me. I think that it is very well done. I think it is very cute, but not gimmicky. The two eyeshadow palettes, both are very warm, but one has lighter neutrals and one has darker, cooler neutrals. I'm gonna be using this one today. Honestly, I think my favorite part of this and why I am gonna be excited about using it next year is that it has the date on it. Soul Body Oil, which is a sister company, a Super Shock highlighter, which is exciting because I have never used a Super Shock highlighter, just the Super Shock shadows. And 3 lippies in this Light My Firecracker lippy collection. Everything's really cute. So in case you didn't know, this is the Year of the Ox. I do know. I was gonna say, I don't know how I missed last year. I wasn't into makeup last year. I had never even heard of ColourPop this time last year. You know, I don't even think they came out with a Lunar New Year collection last year. I have seen other companies that came out with lunar collections last year. Not many, really, surprisingly. Last year was the Year of the Rat. I'm so sad because that's my year. I'm a rat. I'm gonna be using these techniques that I just recently learned, and I did a whole video with them. There's 6 of them, and that video will already be up on YouTube by the time this one's up. I'm not really gonna be talking about what the techniques are in this video because I already talked about them in the last video, but if you're interested, look at the Mental Health Makeup Monday on Wednesday from the most recent one. Well, if nothing else, this clean base will help cover up the pink on my eyelids. How weird. What a weird thing. It's mostly covered the pink. I can still see it, but you know what? It's fine because I'm going to be using warm colors anyway. I'm going to start with this color in the top right corner, and I'm going to put that closest to the inner part of the crease of my eyelid. I can still see that pink, but not for long. It's just hilarious. And I'm gonna go in with this bottom right corner, this nice shimmery cocoa brown on the outer part of that crease. I'm just trying to connect this little gap here. I'm not gonna do the lower lash line just yet. I am only trying to connect this gap so it's easier to blend when it's time to do that. I'm gonna blend these two colors together with that first one that I used. That's shimmery, I wasn't expecting that. And to diffuse this color up into the brow, I'm gonna use this color in the top left corner. I'm gonna go in again just with that color in the top right because it looks like there's just a little gap here. When you're doing your eyeshadow, it is really important to be aware of how your eye looks normally. So you might want to be lifting your eyebrows that might be your instinct to lift your eyebrows so you have more real estate to work with. But when you relax your eyebrows, it may look like that. And so if you have hooded eyes, then you're not gonna want to solely rely on how your eye's gonna look when you do that. Relax your eyes and then see how much you need to add to make it look the way you want to when you look normal. I'm gonna add a little more color here so that it won't be difficult to blend later. I'm bringing that darker color just a little higher up. Now that I know what my eye looks like when I relax my eyebrows and look like a normal person. What I'm doing right now is my new thing to do a cut crease. And if you are interested in seeing what this is, what this new technique is, go to the last video and I will explain it there. I'm gonna use this dark brown in the bottom right corner again, just on the outer part of the corner on the lid. I am gonna use a shadow in the middle of the eyelid, but I wanna use my finger for that. So I'm going to put this shadow that is on the lower left part. Oh, is that a super shock? No. Anyway, I'm gonna use that color. It's so creamy though. Huh, it's creamier than I expected. It's creamier than the ones I had just used. I'm gonna put this on the inner corner here, and then I'm going to use that shimmery one on the inside. And then I'm gonna use that shimmery one in the middle. Now it's time for this copper one that's in the middle on the left side. I'm putting that right in the middle of my lid. I think that now is a good time to mention that I am not a fan of this color story. I am not a big neutral person. I'm not a big warm or cool neutral person at all. I do like the copper and gold shimmers. This one up here is fine, and you know, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of warm color stories, which is kind of the reason why this is the first one I wanted to try. I'm kind of saving the best for last. Although this other one, while it is cooler, it's still a warm neutral palette. I don't think I'm gonna love that one either, but I really wanted this collection just because it's really cute. I also feel like these colors are very, very similar to each other. So I'm going back in just in the crease to deepen it up. It is just too similar. The crease colors, the upper part of the lid, and the lid itself are just too similar. I need to break it up. What I had originally wanted to do is do a darker color on this half of the crease and a lighter color on this half of the crease, but that's not gonna work because that lighter color that is in the inner half of the crease is just too similar to the crease colors. That light shadow is so pigmented, it's just so surprising. As soon as I put it on top of that dark color, you really don't even have to build it. It's just super, super pigmented. Well, it is a darker eye look than I had expected it to be. It's just too neutral for me. I'm gonna go in again with this copper shimmer because I just want a bigger bang. I just need more. I'm not gonna say too much right now because I want to save all of my Lunar New Year, Year of the Ox information for when I actually do all of my Lunar New Year videos next month, which will start on February 11th, I believe. It's 16 days. It's the 11th through the 7th. No, sorry. It's the 11th through the 27th. So be on the lookout for those videos. I'm excited, something exciting to do. I'm just thinking with this copper color, the year of the ox. So the ox is supposed to represent strength and wealth, if I read correctly. So copper, money, you manifest what you want, right? So put copper on your eyelids and maybe you'll get some money. I'm gonna work on my lower lash line. Ruby, can I help you down there? Miss Thing? Rubes? Rubylicious? Hello, Miss Ruby. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm gonna use this color that is in the middle of the bottom row on my lower lash line. I think so far, this one really warm matte, the one that I just used, is my favorite in the palette. I think so. I'm gonna bring this brown back in to the lower lash line, deepen up the outer corner a little bit. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna deepen up the outer corner of the lid also. It's dark, surprise how dark it is. By the way, I'm using this whole palette. I'm using the gold shimmer up here, the middle one on the right, on the inner part of my lower lash line. I have a little bit of a gold moment. Okay, copper money, gold money. There's no silver in here. Let me check the other palette. There's no silver in here either. It is cooler toned, but that's more like pewter, not so much silver. Okay, more gold. We're doing things, we're getting places. Now I'm gonna use this top middle shadow. It's a shimmer right inside the inner part of the eye and just bring it in. It does lighten things up a little bit, so there's more dimension, thank God. I just took away all of the copper. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit more copper right in the middle, just to blend those two shimmers together. Gold can't be still in the show here. I mean, I understand, but they might never stop talking, so I'm just gonna keep talking. On the lower lash line, I'm just going to blend these two colors together and diffuse them out with this color up here, again, the top right. I really love doing a color underneath the primary colors on the lower lash line and bringing it up to blend everything together. And just for fun, I'm gonna take that red color again, the one that's bottom row middle, and I'm just going to get a little bit of it. I'm just gonna blend these two together just to get a little warmth on this side. One last thing I have not forgotten. There's that pressed glitter that's directly in the middle. I'm gonna pop some glitter glue just on the inner corner here. We're gonna have a statement. It's gonna be a look. And now there's a celebration on my face. I'm going to finish up, do the other eye. I'm going to do my face really fast. I will come back when it is time to do the other ColourPop products, which are the highlighter and the lippies. I'm just using one lippy. All right, I am back. I have my face ready for the highlighter and the lippies that came in the Lunar collection. The highlighter does not come in one of these cardboard boxes like the palettes. It comes in this nice little plastic compact. It is a Super Shock, so I have no experience with this. It's gonna be interesting using it. I have high expectations. The three lippies that come in here are Red Pocket, Lion Dance, and Lucky Charm. And I love the packaging of these. They are this nice ivory color, which is an homage to China. And these are the three colors that I get to choose from. Since this look is more on the brown side of things, I'm going to use Lion Dance. I went ahead and put on a lip primer from ColourPop. I also used ColourPop's cream gel liners on my waterline and my upper lash line and tight line. I used 4 of them. I used Best O for my tight line and upper lash line, and these 3 for my lower waterline. It's a lot, but I really wanted to do the exact same thing as my lower lash line on the waterline. So I used Dirty Talk, Get Paid, and Show Me. Luckily, I do have some ColourPop lip liners. These are the 2 that seemed like it would go the best with this look. I think that I'm gonna go with the darker one. I wish I had more of a brown tone, but this is just gonna have to work. And this is in the color Bossy. And now I feel like I look like an old lady. How do I fix this? What is it that's old lady-ish? It's gotta be that red liner. Well, I guess it's a good thing I'm not going anywhere. Old lady or not, I'm gonna go ahead and use this highlighter, the Super Shock highlighter. Since it's a Super Shock, and with Super Shots, I always use my fingers. So I'm gonna try to use my fingers first and see if I then need to use a brush. And this color is Lantern Fest. So that's really subtle. I'm gonna try to use a brush just to see what happens. I don't think you're supposed to use a brush, I really don't. Okay, yeah, fingers. Let me put my hair down and then I will come back with my thoughts. Okay, so my thoughts. What do I want to say first? So I do not dislike this look. I don't dislike the eyeshadows. I'm just not a neutral person. I do like the copper and the gold. I like the glitter. I do like that one warmer reddish toned matte in here. The Super Shock shadow I think would be really great if you want to kind of stick to a more natural look. If you want to wear less makeup and you just want to pop on that Super Shock, I was going to say shadow. If you want to pop on that Super Shock highlighter, then it's got this really just more natural glow. The lippies, so considering this is the darkest one that is in here, I do really wish that this were more of a brown tone or a cool tone, like a cooler, more brown. They're all reds. Like this does not look like that color to me. This looks like red. It looks like this color, Lucky Charm, but I used Lion Dance, and I just would really like this to be more true to tone, and it's not. I do like the formula of the lippies. So I probably will be buying more lippies from ColourPop later. I'm just not really super stoked about how the color itself turned out. My fault on the lip liner, because I really just didn't have very many ColourPop lip liners and I wanted to use a ColourPop lip liner. I probably would have used something that's darker than the lippy itself or a more brown tone to kind of tie into the rest of the face. It just looks a little, it kind of stands out a little bit, and that's my fault. That's the lip liner. I do wish that a blush came in this collection, so there would be the eyeshadows, the highlighter, the lippies, and the blush. That would have been pretty cool, but there was no blush that came in it. Other than that, you know, I think that's about it for first impressions. I am excited to use the other palette to see what that's like, but I might wait until it's actually the Chinese New Year. Stay tuned. I will have videos coming up February 11th through the 27th. I'm not sure how many. I probably will not span that entire time, but I will have some Lunar New Year videos coming up and I will be using that other palette for it. So just think of this as like a sneak peek. So thank you for joining me and watching this first take of the Lunar New Year collection from ColourPop. If you liked this video, just hit subscribe and notifications. Keep up with me. I am posting videos about twice a week. I'm shooting for 3 times a week, so we will see. New Year goals, resolutions, right? So with the Chinese New Year coming up, I can have new resolutions. So I'm gonna try to do the 3 videos a week and see how that goes. Again, thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye. I wonder if they're barking at the snow.